all should know who I am. Anyway, welcome to Season 4 sign up nubs for the Lowe's Cup Series. Now, we have a lot of cars to go through, so as I am talking, I will be going through the cars. So, like, we've already passed through all the zeros, we're heading through the ones. And I will show some of the ones that I have on my names. So like that's uh the custom ones, such as the three that were currently on there, are fair game if anybody wants them for any number. Alright. So basically, if you want to sign up like a 93 or a 59, and 59 being that you're not Zachary Fitzwater, at least, is you can. Um, oh, I forgot to explain something that was going on with the 2. I think I forgot to change on the other ones, but oh well, the 5 is coming up, so I should be able to explain it there. So, for example, on cars like the 5, I've there is a team name called Idiotic Motorsports. It's every single person can sign up uh, for cars that they want to be the owner of and have a name. Um, um, and so I will give people 3 anybody can sign up any 4 cars they want on and can name 4 drivers as an emergency. Uh, it is still going to be 2 per person, with the only exception of of that being, and if they cannot not find anybody, and there is nobody interested in that car. Uh, so like for example, the 5 and the well the 5 of and the final car are all perfectly fine to play. Uh, and so uh, with teammates, if they feel that like one person will do better, teammates can go and switch between cars. So like I will use the example like with me, I'm in the 2, but if I'm in the chase by somehow and the person in the 5 is doing much better in the chase than me, they can take over the 2, should they so choose, and drive it for the rest of the season. This one I'll go around so you can see it. Uh, and I would be taking over the 5 for the rest of the season. So you can do stuff like that, but only if your teammates. It's kind of just like a fun thing. Because like the AIs really don't care about freaking teammates. I don't know why they just don't. Um, but like, uh, oh yeah, there's also something I should be talking about with the ratings, which I will talk about after I finish explaining the rules. So with the teams, you're only allowed to have 2 cars. There's 2 backup people that you can sign up. Uh, However, you also like with the backup person, and those are only if no one was interested in the car, and I decided to start the season. So like for example, I can think of like a couple of names for like the 5 and the 55, which are on Idiotic Motorsports. It's So I can think of a couple of names um, and fill those out. Should I so choose those on on the uh, like I can fill them out when I start the season, provided did no one was signed up for those cars. Because like for the 5 and the 55, which we will see later, uh, oh yeah, another one. Basically, any cars like that are perfectly fine. This one, that just shows how terrible of a friend I am, considering that I am making my friend drive a Boku no Pico car. So yeah. And then the fact that he is the 26. So yeah, congratulations, season champion. How do you feel about driving the 26 car that you so hated? Did the person that was driving it last season with? Uh, you went and said that on camera why you hated him. Let's see how much you hate your AI, especially considering how. And then we were the freaking, well, obviously hating me for painting the cars that he's driving. I did not know that I selected both of them. Or two cars that were pretty much the exact same. Oh well. But like with the 5 and the 55, those are perfectly fine for anybody to sign up for. So like I've basically stated stated giving my permission to both of those cars. So if anybody wants to sign up a person to fill up those slots, they are perfectly fine to. Oh, oh no, that is a 35. Sorry, that one always goes and freaking confuses me due to how the numbers are. So like, in all honesty, I kind of hope that nobody picks that car and or nobody picks the 38. Uh, Cause like if I see like I would not want to see the 38 and see that car. Uh, Cause I know me, I would confuse that a lot. And I will go and make some special exceptions for some of the cars. So like you can, if you think you may be a special exception, you can say feel free to say I will want to use this car, if that's all right, or use this car in this paint scheme if you've seen the car and have seen a paint scheme that you liked in season 2, in like season 3 or season 2 for that matter, there, and want to run it. Because I do make special exceptions from time to time. Um, However, like I said, those are special exceptions, so very few people get them, but and nothing else, you can at least try to get the special exception. The worst thing that can happen is I say no. And like if you can't get that car, to sign up a different one. Um. Oh yeah. The ratings. So basically, with the ratings, I'm kind of doing like a learning curve thing. So like the rookies will get -5 for their driver attributes. One season veterans, such as like now Kyle Matthews and James Henry, they will get the base, or +5 if there's a whole bunch of rookies, is two or more seasoned veterans. Well, two seasoned veterans. Actually, yeah, two or four seasoned veterans, and well, two or more seasoned veterans. This is the paint scheme that I like. So if someone wants to take the two, this is probably that would be my ride. Basically, if anybody wants to go onto Idiotic Motorsports, you have the options of the 5, the 55, or the 2. Oh, if someone takes the 55, if the 2, then the only option is the 5. If someone takes the 2, then again, the only option is 5. Because like I definitely will be running one of those. So if you want to run either, perfectly fine by me. Uh, and like the 1 to 2 season veterans, opposed to being like the regular thing, they get a +5 for each season. I will make it decently realistic, so uh, like I would do a minus as well, but like at the same time, I kind of would want to keep it even, and so like that -5 would have to go someplace else, and then there's just a whole bunch of stuff that it it just would make it so much more complicated. And then people, as you guys can probably tell by how few road courses and short tracks are on schedule, you could just take the hit on like I think 11 races to do better on the short tracks and the super speedways. So yeah, I honestly would rather not have people try to do that. So I would just keep it as you will allocate 5 points for each season outside of the first time that you are, well, once you become a veteran. So, like James Henry and Kyle Matthews, is to pick on them since they're on my mind at least because like I've already stated them and they were pretty high in points at the end, so they were pretty good. So they are pretty good examples. Those, but they do, while they do have one season under the belt, they basically just don't get a minus in any category. So yeah, that's basically how theirs works. And then for Jordan, I've already set his, so he has absolutely no choice on his. Uh, and then I will go and have the uh, and then after something I will go and do. Uh, and like if you do want to be on Idiotic Motorsports, it's provided no one has asked the 5. Uh, Feel free to go and state a different car number or request to have it be changed to a different car and sign up. Uh, and then like if someone, however, if someone has signed up to 5, feel free. I will tell you, and then you can either sign up that car, or you can sign up as like a different team. Um, I will also not mind having like single car teams, so it's basically like 1 to 4 car teams. Um, and as for if someone requests a car that's on your team, you do have the option of saying no. However, that person has the option and will be able to sign up for a different car. Uh, and they get preference. So they can say, hey, I want to drive this car. Uh, and so if well, they can say that they want to drive a car on your team. If they can't, they'll drive this other car. So like say, if I wanted to be a prick, and someone wanted to sign up to five, I could say, nope, I'm not allowing you to sign up. I'm not allowing you to be in the five. Uh, and so they have to state, like, for example, they can state the 135 that is just seen. And if I can't find someone to drive that five, if they say my preference is going to be the five still, but if I can't get the five, then I will go with the 135. If I find someone to drive the five before I start the season, in which I will be waiting like 2 weeks or until 42 car field is done. Um, and like with the with if I do find someone to drive the five, they drive the 135 for the season. However, if it goes 2 weeks, uh, well, you have I will say you have 5 days to find someone that wants to drive it. If you can't find someone in 5 days, or when the season starts, it's then they get the preference, and so they are automatically put into the five. Just like in this case, uh, so like it could be with any car, such as like if someone signed up the zero, and someone wanted that, then said no, that works. And so yeah. Uh, if I have forgotten anything, I will be posting that in like a text thing. So like be looking throughout all this for text. Uh, the only one that is actually locked in place is the 26. X. Everything else right now is just like the 26 beyond idiotic. That's the only thing set in stone, as well as me being the owner of Idiotic Motorsports. As for me being in the two, that's not set in stone. As for uh, like all four cars being on there, the 26 is confirmed. The other three, uh, it depends on how Jordan wants to use his championship. Uh, uh, oh, wait, sorry. I should have said spoiler alert, but oh well, too late. Uh, if you're watching this and you should have, if you were in season 3, you should have been keeping up at least a little bit, considering that I've given you like 4 weeks by the time that this is up to have caught up. If you're the champions, it's like you've kind of already got the spoiler, considering that tomorrow will get the link. So like tomorrow I will post this and send it to Jordan Diesel, who was the stated champion. However, due to their performance and throughout the entire thing, and just by me stating that alone, people would know that based off of championship points, Charles Sanford is the other reserve ride. Uh, so they get both Jordan Diesel. Well, Jordan Diesel gets on person that he can sign up, and that's regardless. And then there is Charles that gets Charles Sanford as reserve ride. The final thing. Oh, I forgot to say like how I order the four names. So basically, how the four names that you sign up
as like backup things is top one, your first driver. Second one, that is the second driver you are signing up. Then the other two, then the bottom two, O, are the backups. So they say the car number, or well, the car numbers, and then if there's no one interested in those rides, those backups are put into those cars. Ours, and that is basically how it goes. O's. So like, be sure. I will not. I cannot stress this enough. Be sure to put down the list, because if you have a preference, and someone else did have a preference, and then when you switch, uh, then if someone that was in your first preferred car switches to their first preferred card, or if you didn't say you preferred the number that was already signed up first, or being signed up, then I will not have switched you to the car you have preferred. And so, like, if you see that your car is filled, uh, be sure to write the first number. So, like, say you wanted, well, say your preferred things were like the 5, which someone signed up. They preferred the 8, which was, which they were told no. Oh, and then you went into like the 24. Season starts and like you didn't say that you wanted to be in the 5. Season starts, no one signs up for the 8. The person that was in the 5 switches over to the 8. The 5 is now open. And so due to you not saying that you wanted the 5, like 5/24, in which I will view the slashes as like the first number is your preferred, and then anything else is like your uh, other choices, as and I will go from left to right. So like if you do 5/24, I'll read it as your first preference is the 5. So in that case, I would switch you to the 5, and then 24. So I would temporarily put you in the 24 until the 5 opens up. Uh, and keep in mind, I also do occasionally do a wait list. So if you have a car, well, if your car is being like if someone's on a wait list for your car, and your car you go in, and there, well, if you don't like comment or otherwise show that you've been watching the races, so like sending me a message saying, oh hey, yeah, I've like uh I did like such and such position in the last race, as that I will consider as you watching the race and doing the comment. However, if they are doing, the person that's waitlisted for your car does that and you don't, you will get 3 strikes. First strike, nothing. Second strike, nothing. Third time that happens, and especially in a row, they will take over your car. And, well, you two will switch cars, whether you wanted their car or not. You'll be switched to their car because it's just much easier for that. Uh, and so I think I have stated everything. If I've forgotten to state anything, I would not know. And also feel free to advertise any of the races down below. Low in the parentheses, I will have the thing. And and as for the veterans, feel free, or at least the 2 season veterans, such as like Zachary Fitzwater and Jordan Diesel. Which Jordan Diesel I've already applied the points for, so he doesn't get a say in that. Because I've made it realistic, so he is pretty much all aggression. Because I know him very well. He is very aggressive. Absolutely no comment on that. Uh, However, Zachary Fitzwater, he can say, like, for example, +5 in Q, or +5 in consistency. Uh, so, yeah. Oh, that, I apparently forgot to update some of mine. Where, okay. Is this one? Nope. Okay, I don't think that I updated. But yeah, I definitely should change that one. Uh, so this is basically going to be the base ratings. So like, for example, if I did it all in aggression, I would be looking at like this. Because I am a veteran, so I get these stats as I get a +5 in this one. Because I have 2 seasons, and so I did 2 seasons before this. Because I did a 3rd season, I will not upgrade the max. However, I will make it so that the min is 70. Uh, so yeah. Uh, that's basically how that's gonna go. Uh, and so outside of stuff like this is about gonna be basically the only advantage that anybody will really get. If I win a bunch, yeah, I'm gonna limit myself to the 2 season type stuff. So, yeah. I have absolutely no idea what the heck's gonna go on this season. Um, I just hope that will be a very fun season. And hope you all have a great day. Uh, Good luck in the series. Good luck finding and teammates as and possibly like team names. I do not know how many actually have team names that they have thought of already. Uh, so yeah, good luck in basically anything for the series. Is and with that, I will see you guys for Daytona.